From the roar of the crowd to the roar of the engines, this is Pit Pass.
Pit Pass is brought to you by Jake's Karts. Here's your host, Ron Fox.
Welcome to another edition of Pit Pass. I lucked out again this week and was able to take in a couple of shows. Maybe I should hit the slots in Atlantic City, what do you say? Some tracks haven't been so fortunate and hopefully can get on with their 2011 racing season soon. I know I'm looking forward to hitting the tracks in the western part of the state as well as those in the Harrisburg region. While some tracks had to cancel on Friday night, Clinton County Raceway was able to get in a full show. The 270 Micro Sprint started off the night's racing program. The Middlesworth machines of 14 Gary Keister and 17B Troy Weitzel would start on the front row. As they take the green, the 55 of Eric Leonard would shoot to the inside of Weitzel in turn 1, then complete the pass off of 2 in jumping to the early lead. With one lap in the books, we have Ken Duke in the 67 moving under Sean Good, then challenging Mike Shuckers as they enter turn 3. Shuckers has to move high to avoid Weitzel, allowing Duke to take over the third spot. A lap later, Weitzel gets out of shape and almost collects the 56 of Mike Kohler. Bob Garvey Jr. takes advantage to pick up a couple of spots. As the laps tick down, Eric Leonard opens up a huge lead and continues to lap one car after the next. The field gets strung out, but here's a good battle on the last lap between Garvey and the ex of Skeets Hockenbrock. Eric Leonard held on for a dominating victory. Here he is congratulated by his brother Mark, who finished 5th. Brian Kishbaugh finished 2nd ahead of Duke, Shuckers, and Mark Leonard. From the micros, we go to their full-size brethren. The 23 of Nate Gramley has the inside position on row 1. Scott Purcell in the 27 makes a move low at the start of the race. As they enter the first turn, George Suprick in the 87 moves to his outside and powers his way into second place. The caution comes out on lap 4 as we have Rick Wilson on his side. On the restart, Suprick wastes no time in getting by Gramley to take over the lead. The outer groove seems to be working for him as he overtakes the 23 machine. By lap 7, Kyle Drum in the 22 is closing on Purcell for the 3rd position. Another caution bunches the field. Suprick gets a great restart. Meanwhile, Gramley has to contend with Drum, who has taken over the 3rd spot. Going down the backstretch, Gramley has a 3-car advantage. Moving into the picture is 2010 champion Alan Cole in the black number 4. He looks low off of turn 4, but falls into line behind Drum. A lap later, Drum has caught the 2nd place machine of Gramley. He takes over the position with this move on the high side of turn 2. As they enter 3 and 4, Cole makes it stick on the low side to take 3rd away from Gramley. It takes about 3 laps before Cole can wrestle the runner-up spot away from Drum. Another restart allows Cole an opportunity to challenge Suprick for the lead. Although he pulled even between 1 and 2, Cole would settle into 2nd for the time being. A lap later, Cole was able to power by Suprick on the low side of 3 and 4 to take the lead just before another yellow flew. So with 9 laps to go, Suprick has a chance to regain the lead on the restart. This time, it is Cole with the hole shot. Suprick would have to contend with 3rd place runner Kyle Drum through the rest of the event. There were no changes in the top 5 as Cole cruised to victory. Like some in the race, this was a tune-up for the All-Star Circuit of Champions show at Clinton County on June 5th. Congratulations, Alan, on the win there. During that one last restart, when you got by Suprick, did you want to stay low, or was it just because he chose the high side?
Yeah, I was going wherever he didn't. If he went high, I was going low. If he went low, I was going high. So, wherever he was going, I was going the opposite.
And you had to start a little ways back in the field. What's the key of getting to the front the way you did?
You almost got to be patient because you never know what's going to happen in front of you here. And tonight with the dirt, it was a little tough to see. But, you just got to kind of pace yourself is what I found.
And what did you prefer, high or low? Because the middle 3 and 4 was a little rough.
Yeah, I actually think the track was a little smoother above it, but just the way the race worked out, most of the race I ended up running below it. So, like I said, wherever they go, I'm going the opposite place. So you know, you need to be able to run everywhere.
And with the success that you've had here in the past, obviously wins in the championship, even though you know you're starting farther back in the field, you have to feel confident before the race.
Yeah, I mean, when I race, anywhere I go, you know, you'd think you can win, or you probably wouldn't be there, you know.
And finally, the All-Stars are coming here at the beginning of June. Will you be there?
Oh yeah, that'll be an event here, I believe. I don't know.
How do you prepare to go against these guys who are doing this for a living, the traveling show that they have?
I don't prepare any different than I do any other night. The only curveball that race will throw us is the Goodyear tires. The regulars here, there's nobody here that really ran any, so that'll be a little bit of a curveball for us, but you know, maybe the home turf advantage will help a little bit too to even that out, so you never know.
So here is your top 5 in the sprints. Alan Cole takes the checkers with George Superick in second, Kyle Drum in third, early leader Nate Gramley fell back to fourth, and Scott Purcell finished in the 5th position. Remember, that's Sunday, June 5th, when the All-Star Sprints make their first visit to Clinton County Raceway. We'll have more highlights from Friday night's action later in the show. But up next, it's a trip to Thunder Valley Raceway where the pure stocks were showcased with a special 35-lapper. That and more when Pit Pass returns.
Family fun starts at Jake's Karts. Choose a kart from their showroom or have one custom built to your specifications. Custom paint, lift kits, wheels, tires, and rear seats are just a few options. Go ahead, shake it up. Whether you are camping or trail riding on any terrain, Jake's Karts has the perfect kart your whole family will enjoy. Stop in today for a test drive. Financing available for qualified buyers. Jake's Karts, Route 522 McBaytown, online at jakeskarts.com.